sewing friends, happy Me Made May. I know that I always really look forward to this time of year. I think it is so inspiring. It's such a fun time to be part of the sewing community. So if you're not familiar with Me Made May, it is a community challenge that started by Zoe of the Sozo blog 14 years ago, or this is the 14th year, I think. So it's been around for ages, and I'm really excited. It is all about, it's not about making new things, it's not about taking beautiful pictures or finding inspiration, but rather it's about improving your relationship with your own handmade wardrobe. So I really love that. And yeah, if you've watched my videos, I am all about kind of that like evaluation, seeing how what my clothing matters to me, and how making my own clothes, wearing the clothes that I have made is all kind of part of kind of discovering more of who I am and being more available to like show up in my life outside of sewing. So things like Me Made May are super, super fun for me. I really, really love that challenge and that internal process. And I really, really love getting to watch other folks do the same. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my Me Made May pledge. So I've got 4 goals that I am looking forward to for this month. And one of those goals relates to this giant stack of garments. So I'll be getting into that as well. So I love that the structure for Me Made May is really just make a pledge. You can share it or you can keep it to yourself. You can make it as detailed or as simple as you want. So I, of course, have gone like somewhat complicated because that is how I am. So I have made 4 goals for myself, and I think I have done a fairly good job of keeping them measurable and realistic. Okay, maybe not realistic, but we're gonna see, and I'm gonna do my best. So 4 goals. Number 1 is that I wanna put a little more creativity into the outfits that I choose on a daily basis. Number 2 is I want to document what I am wearing and how it makes me feel. That part's really important. Number 3 is that I want to re-engage with the Instagram sewing community. And number 4 is to tackle the 10. These are the 10, so I'll talk about those in a minute. So the first 2 goals, to get more creative about my daily outfits and then to document said daily outfits and how I feel in them, those are kind of related to each other. So I did Me Made May last year, and I documented everything that I wore each day, and it was really helpful to see what I was reaching for the most and how I felt about it. And I remember at the end of the month feeling like pretty bored with some of the outfit formulas that I was reaching for the most. And I'm definitely still feeling that way a year later. So it's definitely something to consider. I'm definitely reaching for jeans and a t-shirt or jeans and a sweater in all solid colors pretty much most days, and I don't think I feel good about it. And I want to use Me Made May as a time to experiment with why I'm reaching for that if I don't feel great in it. Now, my hypothesis is that I think I have told myself the narrative that my days are too boring for anything besides jeans and a t-shirt or t-shirt and leggings, because I do work from home. Yeah, my mornings are mostly, my mornings and my evenings are just like work from home stuff, and then I have like kiddo time in the afternoon. So sometimes it's like, yeah, I don't want to pull out something really nice that I'm going to get dirty in, like playing with the kid. But a lot of times I think the narrative is more that, like, yeah, my day is too boring, or this day isn't worth wearing something nice. And if that's really the case, I want to change that attitude within myself, because this is my life. Like, I do work from home, yes, but I also know that, like, I feel great when I wear the things that I like. So why would I not give myself that opportunity for the work that I do at home? Like, if it's validating to me, working from home versus like going to work shouldn't impact that, I guess. So that's one theory. The other theory is that maybe I just actually do like wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and I have this like other external judgment that it's not as good as dresses or skirts or blouses. And so if that's the case, like, great. I could stop making blouses and dresses and, like, pass on a big chunk of my closet if it's not getting worn. And, come to kind of, if that's the case, I don't think it is, but that's what I want to see and I want to experiment with. If I do really just like solid t-shirts and jeans, I want to, like, accept that about myself and not have the judgment that there are like better clothes that I should be wearing. So those are the things that I'm thinking about. So again, I want to kind of push myself out of my routine for a month and not let myself wear just like jeans and t-shirts, but really go for those blouses and skirts and dresses, or even just like new combinations, but really kind of push myself out of my routine to try something new with my day-to-day wardrobe, and then document that, see how I feel about it, and how I feel going through my day in whatever context. So yeah, whether I'm working from home or running errands, if I am doing something special, how do I feel wearing what I was wearing? So I'm really excited about that as kind of an experiment, because again, I think that having that data of how I was feeling wearing what I was wearing is going to influence what I make, what I buy, etc., and I think could be really valuable information. So goal number 3 doesn't exactly have anything to do with Me Made May exactly. So I've been wanting to kind of re-engage a bit more with Instagram. Instagram was really important for kind of my introduction into the online sewing community. The short of the long sob story is that I moved out to the Netherlands when I was pregnant. I didn't know anybody. I got really sick, so I was like very isolated in like so many ways. And it was really like the online sewing community, again, like through Instagram, that really helped me, like, not just with my like sewing life, but really in settling in here and making a home here in the Netherlands. I've met so many wonderful people, and so I'm really grateful for what the sewing community on Instagram has been for me. Now, I know that Instagram made some changes that have made things like a bit harder to be there, and a lot of people left. A lot of people have come into it since then, and I've kind of been pulled back. So I'm not really sure how yet. I'm not going to make any promises of doing like daily reels. That's not going to happen. So my 4th goal is probably the most tangible of the goals that I have set for my Me Made May pledge, and that is to tackle the 10. So these are 10 garments that all need some reworking from in various amounts or amounts, I don't know. I have a big box of things that I'm not ready to get rid of, but that definitely like need more attention, whether it's like mending or usually like refashioning or altering. And I've been trying to like work my way through that, kind of like little bits here and there. But I decided for Me Made May, I wanted to really dig in, and I've pulled out 10 things that I'm hoping can be reworked a little bit so that they can fit into my summer wardrobe. So I want to kind of just like breeze through really quick about what they are and what needs to get done. So these first three are the refashion pile. So first up is this seamwork Wallace dress. I wore this dress so much last year. It's amazing, little jersey dress with some bike shorts underneath. It's like everything that I've needed in my life. It looks really cute. It's super functional, but unfortunately I walked into a door and put a big hole in the boob. So I need to figure out how I'm going to take the bodice off and create some kind of waistband so that this can be a skirt. So the refashion here is going from dress to skirt or skort. And yeah, I'm gonna have to decide if I want to do like a more proper way of taking it all apart or if I'm gonna like kind of do a quick and dirty fix. But that's number one, the seamwork Wallace. Number two is another seamwork pattern. This is the Hansi dress that I made in September. I absolutely love this print. And the overall fit of the pattern is pretty good, but something happened with the scoop neck and it's just like so big on me. It's really low. I feel like I'm gonna like lose a shoulder or some other, yeah, it's a wardrobe malfunction like waiting to happen. But I love the print, so I'm hoping to actually just cut like around here and then use the excess fabric to make up like a facing and some little straps to make it like a little tank top dress. I really want to preserve as much of the dress as I can. I love the curved hem. It's got pockets and bust darts, so I'm really hoping I can just like slice it along here and yeah, maybe use some elastic to bring it in a little closer and then put some tank top straps. So that is this one. This one, there's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of ways that this one can go. I'm really hoping I can keep as much of a dress vibe from this one as possible, but I'm definitely gonna have to take apart the bodice and unpick these very wonky darts. Lesson was that V-shape center darts in super thin viscose. It's not a great combo. But what I'm hoping is I have enough like curve down here of the bodice that I can maybe make like a pseudo Tilly and the Buttons Mabel. So I just got the pattern and I cut it all out, and looking at the shape, it seems pretty similar to what this one was before I added the darts. So maybe I'm pinning all of my hopes on shearing, but that is kind of, yeah, maybe that's a bit misguided, but that's what I'm hoping for. And it's a pretty similar shape. So I'm hoping I can work this out like that. And if not, there's a lot in this rectangle skirt that maybe I can make a little blouse or at least a little tank top out of, because I absolutely love this print. And yeah, even though the dress did not work out, I held on to it for 2 years because I love this print so much and it's so summery and cute. So I really want to rework this somehow and get it in my wardrobe. So this is my alterations stack. So I don't like doing alterations, and I think this is where like I really need that kind of external pressure that I'm putting on myself for Me Made May to kind of give me that like kick in the butt to just get down and do it. First up is this skirt, and this is one that I'm actually going to be making bigger. I think this might be my oldest make that I still have. Pretty sure it was my first time working with viscose. It is super, super wonky, but I mean, this print is like so amazing. I'm really glad I didn't get rid of it because I'm, yeah, very excited. But despite all the wonkiness, past me left some really wide seam allowances in the waistband, so I should be able to resize the waistband. And then it is an A-line skirt, so it's gonna get wider, like from the waist point down. So I'll just probably cut, I'll have to see, I'll measure it out, of course, but like probably about an inch off the top. So it will get a bit shorter, but also wide enough to fit around my waist. So very excited about getting to wear this skirt again this summer, hopefully. So that is plan number 1. This skirt is the opposite. It needs to be taken in quite a bunch. So this is the Natalie skirt, is a Natalie skirt that I made last year. I wore this one to death. Yeah, like the one of my belt loops is like coming off. So it needs some like TLC, but it also needs a lot of taking in and just a new waistband. So that's the plan for that one. And I'm really glad that I hung on to the extra fabric. And then this one, this is a dress that I was probably like the most excited about. I really invested in this fabric. It was the most I've ever spent on fabric ever. And I never wear this dress. And it makes me so sad because I love this fabric. I love the print. The bodice fits me so well. It's the By Hand London Tamsin, but it just feels, first I didn't like the gathered skirt, so I put on a different one. Now this is an A-line one, but it feels like too prim. So I need to play around, but my plan is to remove the waist ties and do a few lines of shearing at the waist. And I'm hoping that it will still have the A-line shape, but then the gathers will make it not so like clean and prim. And then I want to take the hem up a bit. So right now it's like hitting below my knee, which again is kind of contributing to that like too clean vibe. So yeah, that's my hopes with this one. I really love this print and I really love the bodice. So I've got to figure it out to get this in my wardrobe. So this stack is my easy peasies. These should be pretty quick fixes, hopefully, that I just need to stop putting off. So the first thing is this pair of overalls. Now I made these in September and the crotch is like, it doesn't look cute, but at this point, I'm like, okay, do I like try to fix it? Actually, I really just need some like literal overalls for working outside. So these are going to be my tuinbroek, that literally means garden pants in Dutch, which is what overalls are called here. So these are going to be my tuinbroek. But I want to over dye them. So this light pink is not going to do well against yeah, working in the dirt and like on the ground. So I want to dye them a darker color so that like all of that stain is not going to show. And then the other thing I want to do is put some canvas patches over the knees to reinforce that area since I will be gardening and yeah, like down on my knees quite a bit. So make these a little more durable. And yeah, I love the pink, but it's not great for working outside. So that's that one. These are 2 Reynolds dresses, so I'm not gonna like fully unfold them. This one, I recently talked about in a video how I love this fabric and I really, really love this version of the Reynolds dress, but the fabric is so heavy that it is like very, very warm for a maxi dress with tank top straps. So like it just doesn't make any sense. So I need to actually make a choice if I'm going to cut it to knee length or if I'm going to make it into a top. It is a really gorgeous stonewashed linen and I love the feel of it. The color is amazing, but I just need to figure out like, is cutting it at the knee going to be enough, or do I need to make it into a top? So that's the dilemma with this one. This one, no dilemma. I just need to actually like chop it and hem it and get this really nice yellow linen one back into my wardrobe. And then I have this Meg skirt. So I used the Seamwork Meg dress pattern to make a little skirt in this rust viscose twill remnant that I had. And yeah, something about it just like isn't sitting right. And I'm hoping that by shortening it, it will make it like a little bit more fun and a little bit more wearable. So yeah, these are all really, well, I mean, they're mostly just hems and like rehemming and then dye projects. So these are my easy peasies. So hopefully I will get these done. Yeah, I could either like do them all at once and just get them over with, or maybe I will kind of use them as like little in-between projects, little palette cleansers maybe. Yeah, we'll see. So those are my plans slash my pledge for Me Made May, to kind of pull myself out of, yeah, the jeans and t-shirt routine, to get a bit more creative about what I am wearing on a daily basis, then to document it, not only what I'm wearing, but how I feel in it. Then I also want to kind of re-engage with the sewing community online a little bit more. That is like more of a me thing. It's not really related to Me Made May, but I'm keeping it in here anyway. And then number 4 is to tackle those mending and altering, refashioning projects. So I'm really excited, not only for what I'm hoping to learn and gain from, yeah, my own relationship with my clothes, and hopefully learning a bit more, yeah, about me in that process. That is a big part of why I sew and what sewing means to me. So I'm always excited about that aspect of learning from Me Made May. But I'm also really excited about the community aspect. I'm really looking forward to hearing about, yeah, what other like pledges and goals, plans people have for Me Made May. Also very excited to just see what people are wearing, what people are making, because I have found that I feel like the sewing community is where I get the most inspiration. I think it's really fun to like get inspiration from either like runway or high street, ready to wear. Like that is really fun, but I really love it all the more when it is people that have made their clothes, that they, you know, like me, like put so much thought into what they're doing and why they're doing it. And I just find that like so wonderful. So if you are doing anything for Me Made May, I would love to hear about it. Yeah, whether you have a pledge or you're taking it easy and just chilling out this year, I would love to hear about it. So you could hit me up in the comments below. You could find me on Instagram. Yeah, let me know. I would love to hear about it. Yeah, all things making and sewing. I could talk about it forever. So find me, let's chat, and yeah, I wish you the happiest of Me Made May, or just regular May if like this is not your thing. That's totally fine too. But yeah, that is all for me today. Hopefully I will have a video to let you know like how it's going in a couple of weeks. But yeah, that is everything for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye!